Well. As I said, I'm doing this video in my heart because I got into this space. I'm talking about divorce and the ministry, or divorce in the ministry, while in the ministry, right? So that's why I'm doing this with my heart, with my ministry heart. Have I said that this heart gives so many people identity? When you think of a pastor's wife, even the time I was going to do inner healing, when I looked for a pastor's wife, when I was doing inner healing for pastors' wives, I used a lady who had a heart, because this heart covers so many things, and this heart represents so many things. I said, whether you wear it physically or not, there's so many hearts that you wear, and this is the heart that many people do not want to lose, especially if this is all you have. Thankfully, this is not all I had. I thank God that ministry to me was not a church. Ministry to me was what was inside me. Ministry to me was what was inside me. But let me go right into the topic for today: divorce and the ministry, or divorce in the ministry. And why I do what I do is because I again believe that I don't go through experiences for myself. I go through experiences for other people. 2 Corinthians chapter 2:1-4. Who comforts us in our trouble, so that we can comfort others with the same trouble that we have, with the same comfort that we have received. That is my mantra. That is what I believe. So I don't go through pain just to go through it. If I go through pain and I just keep quiet, I'll feel like a waste. It will be such a waste. And I know right now I'm not the only one who is going through this. I have been contacted by quite a number of PWs, and I just want to prepare people in the ministry, especially PWs. In my next video, I'll be sharing my regrets on divorce, why I regret divorce. So this is almost for pastors' wives, but I also know it's not just for people who are in the ministry or pastors' wives. I know there are so many people who are going through divorce or separation, and they are going through this. So listen, but I'm just focusing. I'm gonna be referring mostly to PWs. So I tried to find someone to talk to. I tried to find someone who was going through what I was going through, and I thank God for. I won't mention because I didn't ask for permission to mention. I had 2 ladies working with me. I really thank God for them. I really thank God for them. Ex-pastors' wives. And they really helped me. But before that, I really struggled to find someone. So what do you expect when divorce happens and you are in the ministry? So first, I officially got divorced this year in June 2024. After that, that's after 21 years of marriage. And I want to say drum rolls. And not drum rolls because I got divorced, but drum rolls because it settled so many things. Oh my God, I was in limbo. Sometimes you go to fill out papers, and sometimes you just see 4 options: married, single, divorced, widowed. Okay, I'm not single. I'm still married. I'm not, like, you're like, what is the other option of in between, and some forms don't even have separation, so you don't even know what to feel. Like, I felt like it settled me in so many ways, and it was such a relief. Because it gave me focus. I now became like I had clarity of purpose and clarity of vision and clarity of where I'm going now. There's nothing that there's no tag, there's no tag. Yeah. So that is why. So divorcing in itself is an abomination, like in all senses. You will hear so many times, God hates divorce. And not just God, but the society too hates divorce. And not just. Now, let me tell you the difference between God and the society. God hates divorce, but let me tell you the reality of things. The society hates divorcees. God does not hate divorcees. God hates divorce, and he explains why he hates it, because of what it does to somebody. But the society hates divorcees. Yeah, so we dwell a lot on God hates divorce, but listen, let me read for you. I just picked my Bible. Let me read for you from Malachi chapter 2, from verse 13. It says, "Another thing you do, you flood the Lord's altar with tears. You weep and wail because he no longer pays attention to your offsprings or accepts them with pleasure from your hands. You ask, why? It is because the Lord is acting as the witness between you and the wife of your youth, because you have broken faith with her, though she is your partner, the wife of your marriage covenant. Has not the Lord made them one? In flesh and spirit they are his. And why one? Because he was seeking godly offspring." Wow. That is a very, very interesting verse. So he made them one because he was seeking godly offspring. That is so scary. So what does that mean? Reverse. What does that mean? The grace of God is always sufficient. Yeah. So guard yourself in your spirit and do not break faith with the wife of your youth. I hate divorce, says the Lord God of Israel. And I hate a man's covering himself with violence, as well as with his garment, says the Lord Almighty. So guard yourself in your spirit and do not break faith. So why do we focus so much on God hates divorce? The next verse he says, "And I hate a man's covering himself with violence." Why don't we advocate for non-violent relationships and marriages? And it doesn't matter like whether it's physical violence or emotional violence, or we love to focus on that one verse. God hates divorce, but what else does he hate? Even in that verse itself, he says he's the witness. God is the witness between what happens between a husband and a wife. He's not happy. He's not happy with how you treat your husband. He's not happy with how you treat your wife. He is a witness, and it hurts him. It makes him feel bad because he is the originator of this covenant, and there's a perfect plan he had. He exemplified by him and the church. Anyway, let's go to something else that God hates. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 6 from verse 16 to 19. Before we keep saying, "Oh, God hates," there are these things that he hates, and you do them. There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a man who stirs up dissension among brothers. And even while people are going through divorce in the ministry, so many people are guilty of all this. You will spread lies. You will take sides. You are all guilty. We are all guilty of all these things. So these are some of the things that God hates. So when you come to say, oh God hates, I don't even know how I got into that, but I think it's a good point. Even without the ministry, divorce in itself is an abomination, as I've said. Now think about it in the ministry, it's even worse. Yeah, right? It's even worse. But God being a witness of what happens in the bedroom behind closed doors, then you are safe. As a divorced person, you are safe. God doesn't hate you. The church might hate you, the world might hate you, but God doesn't hate you. And God is just so faithful. He cares a lot about what you go through in behind the closed doors. So when this happens, unfortunately, when divorce happens, let me now take you through a few things that you may expect to go through. I pray that you never have to go through them, because I tell you, divorce is painful. And it's not only painful to you, it's painful to the children. I said I'm going to talk about why I regret divorcing in my next video, but today I'm just focusing on people who are going through it, because I'm not going to assume that there are not people who are going through it. I won't assume that that we don't have people who are looking for answers. And I'm not going to assume that that we don't have people who need preparation of the pain and the things that they're going to go through. So I'm preparing these women for that. I don't know about men. I'm sorry, I'm not a man, and I don't go where I have not been. But I also believe it could be kind of the same, right? So I've said that divorce is like death. It's a slow death. It's a slow death. This is death that doesn't have closure. And especially if you've divorced from issues, it's gonna be different from someone who is divorcing from abuse. And I really don't know. I honestly don't even know so many people who are divorced. But when I think about the people that I know, I haven't seen many people who are divorcing because of issues. It's mostly abuse. It could be emotional, psychological, financial, spiritual, whatever kind of abuse. But I haven't seen like issues. I don't know, maybe issues lead to abuse. I don't even know whether I'm making sense, but yeah, because I think anything is workable. You can work out anything, but when there's abuse, then it's really hard to work it out. Yeah. So the first thing, trust me, you will be betrayed by people you did not expect, and that's why it's betrayal. People who are going to support you are people you did not expect, and people who are going to be against you or people who are going to turn their backs against you are people that you did not expect. I just want to run through this very quickly. So you're going to be betrayed. Be prepared for betrayal. You will lose people you had a bond with. Actually, I say that church members are not yours. They're not yours. They are pastors. However you want to, to interpret that. When as a PW you leave the church, those people are not yours. Trust me. Even them that you gave yourself to, even them that you were kind to while you were there and while you're outside, they are not yours. Their loyalty is not to you, it is to the pastor, and not even to God, it is to the pastor. Trust me. They don't care what happens, they don't care what pastor does. Their loyalty is to pastor. Okay? So be prepared for that. Even though those that were your friends before they became members, they might just turn against you. Not all of them, right? You're gonna lose family and the spiritual family as well. So you're losing your family. That's your nuclear, and you're also losing your spiritual family. This is a place that was your community. This was your community. You're gonna lose it. And just know that people don't care about you as a person, and they don't care about your pain. They care about who you are. They care about who you are. They care about this heart. This is what they care about. People don't love you for who you are, as a person. They love you for what you are. You are the pastor's wife, and so when you leave, you are not a person anymore. Okay, and I'm not talking about. I'm not saying 100%. But I tell you, 90% or even 98%, yeah. So people don't love you when you're weak. People love the strong you. This is now like people in general. People don't love a weak person. People don't love you when you're going through a situation. They want you when you're strong. They want you when you can be there for them. They do not love you when you are now going through it. Just get prepared. I think this happens to all people, even people that are not like PWs. Like when you're going through something, and I've heard so many people say, "Oh, I've actually one time had one minister say, the minute I got sacked, my phone stopped ringing." Like I used to receive so many calls, but the minute I got sacked, my phone stopped ringing. So this happens to so many people when they're going through something. And divorce is not an exception. You will be so surprised that when your phone rings, it's this one person that is calling you, or when a text message comes in, this is from this person, because everything will be so limited. People will move on. Pastor will move on. And the next person will be quickly embraced. Trust me. You will see pictures. They will take pictures with the next person. They will embrace the next person very quickly. So get prepared. Be prepared for that. Of course, people will not believe you. You are a layman, and they are pastor. Who are you? Who are you to be believed? You're gonna be looked at as a crazy one. It's so crazy. So you are never gonna be believed. You are not the woman of God, but they are the man of God, right? just know that people will forget the person that you were to them. They will forget you as the person that was there for them, regardless of what you did to them or whom you were to them. And they will gang up against you. They will recruit haters. They will recruit. And you know what? The funniest thing is that when new members come, they will be introduced to you. They don't know you. They've never seen you. But hatred will also will be passed on. Now that will be they'll be passing it on. Oh, they will tell them about you. Yeah, let me not continue. So people will cover. I said that people don't want their boats to be rocked, so people will cover the person that is giving them that security. And you are not, girl. You are not. You are far. You left, and we don't want to think that whatever we have followed, whatever we have believed in, has an defect. Yet no one is perfect. We don't want to believe. We want to cover this person so that we still look good. We don't want want our boats to be rocked. As I said, we are very directive with God. So people trust their pastor. People trust their loyalties to him. He cannot be wrong. Okay, he cannot be wrong. So people want what benefits them. Okay, why you should not be stressed is understanding that some people get their livelihood from that place. Some people get their purpose. They don't want to believe you. They don't want to hold pastor accountable, because this is where we get our purpose. This is what gives us belonging, and people want what benefits them. That is all people want, what benefits them. I used to wonder, and even now I wonder. I've been seeing a lot of pastors even on TikTok, and the things they're doing. Then you look at their churches on Sundays and you're like, what goes wrong here, or what goes on here? I mean, how come this person does this and this, talks like this, insults, but they still have people following them? Because people just want safety. I'd rather the devil I know, I'd rather the place that I just don't want my boat to be rocked. I just don't want my boat to be rocked. So it's not going to be different. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. Shock girl. The other woman might be a girl might be a girl that you mentored, or girls. The other woman might be that girl that was your friend. The other woman, or your next. So be prepared. So get prepared. The other woman might be a girl you raised. If they call you mom, a girl that was calling you mom, a praise and worship leader, an intercessor, someone in the church, someone that was probably your friend. That could be the next one. Get prepared for that. Where do you want a woman to come from, or a wife to come from? The one you've raised is good, and the one pastor has raised is good. Even if they don't get married, just be prepared for something. Just be prepared for something. So be prepared. The other girl, or the wife in waiting, or the wife just might be a girl, And sometimes chances are they've been there for a long time, maybe waiting for you to exit, So encourage yourself. Guard your heart completely. Guard your heart. Just be prepared for the pulpit to be used. You don't have a pulpit, so the pulpit might be used to discredit you. You will be called things. You will be called a lot of things. So be prepared for the pulpit to be used in, the way the people give a word, but they're not saying it's you. I'm telling. We say kukata mtu. Yeah. So be prepared for the pulpit to be used to discredit you in, wisely. Oh, the accuser of brethren. Some people. Just be prepared that stuff is gonna be said, not directly, but for those who know, they know it's targeted. It's targeted for you. So communication will be done at the pulpit to call you an accuser of brethren, to call you whatever. So be prepared for that. So I pray that you never find yourself there. But if you do, girl, don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself. To the pastors' wives that are still in the ministry, please find your identity in God. don't peg your identity on someone. Find your identity in God. So if you find yourself there, don't lose yourself, don't lose yourself, don't lose yourself. Find yourself, pick yourself up and keep moving. The Lord is going to hold your hand. You won't believe it. You will not believe it. The Lord will be with you. The Lord will fight your battle. The Lord will contend with that which contends with you. I am telling you of what I know and of what I've seen. So don't stop. If you find yourself there, may God give you grace. Stay connected to the source. Stay connected to the source. Remember who the source is. Remember who the source is. God bless you so much. May God keep you. May God make his face shine upon you. So in my next video, I'm gonna be talking about why I regret divorcing, and then I'm gonna go into before you marry and who to marry. Yes. God bless you. Keep it locked, keep it locked, keep it locked. Until next time. Well, the D word. Wow. Hard word. Divorce. Divorcee. That's a hard word. And especially in the ministry, that's a very, very hard word. So what do you expect as a woman in ministry, and especially a woman that is a pastor's wife? What do you expect when you are in the ministry and you happen to experience divorce? This is what I'm talking about in this series, in this session, in this session. And I'm just going to be mentioning a few things that I think you should know, a few things that I think would help you prepare and just guard your heart. Keep it locked. Keep it